Hi, this is Jeffrey Zagaria of Zagaria Vocal Academy, and I'm here to speak to you today about two different words that oftentimes people have a little bit of confusion about, and I'd like to kind of help you to understand the difference between these two words. These words are pitch and tone. We're going to speak about pitch and tone. Now, I'll give you the definition of each, but in my experience in teaching, when I need to actually give examples to help a person to understand what the difference is between pitch and tone. And the reason why I want to speak about pitch and tone is because we need to establish these definitions in order to talk about them as musicians and as singers. If we understand each other, if we understand the vocabulary of words like pitch and tone, then we will, more easily be able to communicate with one another. Teacher to student and you to your bandmates or your choir director or whoever it is that you're singing for. So pitch, definition-wise, pitch is just the value of a note. That's really the definition of pitch. Now, you might say the value of a note. Well, pitch is the value of the note. For example, let's use examples. Any of you guitar players out there, or if you've ever watched a guitarist, or any instrumentalist for that matter, an instrumentalist is always wanting to make sure that his instrument is in tune. We call that tuning the instrument. And guitarists have electrical devices that they can plug in or play the sound into to check to see if the instrument is in tune. And they will use tuning knobs to stretch the strings or change the tautness of the strings to make sure that those six strings, if it's a six-string guitar, that those six strings are in tune. Well, what's really happening here is that guitarist wants to make sure that those strings, when plucked, are in tune or are in pitch, okay? They must hit the correct pitch. A piano tuner, for example, here's my piano right here in the studio. This is middle C, many of you know that. Middle C has a certain pitch, okay? And I have to have I don't personally tune my own pianos. I have a professional piano tuner come in and tune this piano. So, and it's probably about due for a tuning, but this is pretty darn close to middle C, okay? And the tuner will come in, he'll have an electric device oftentimes. Sometimes people can do it by ear, but most of the time now in the 21st century we use electronics. And the device can actually perceive the amount of vibrations in middle C and match it with the vibrations of these strings that are vibrating in my piano. And if they're matched up, you could put it on an oscilloscope. An oscilloscope is a for those who understand engineering and whatnot, you can see actually the waves. You can see them, and if they match up, then it is definitely in pitch. Okay. Now we can perceive pitch. We know when someone is singing out of pitch. If someone is way out of tune, it sounds really bad. And of course, as singers, that's never an objective of ours. We want to sing in tune. We want to be in pitch. So that's what the definition is, and that's an example. Okay. Tone is something completely different. Tone is the quality of the note. Okay. So the note's pitch could be off, but it could still have a very nice quality. For example, if I had a guitar that was like a beautiful guitar that, let's say a $5,000 guitar you might pick up at a store, and rather than the $100 guitar. The $100 guitar probably is not going to have the greatest tone. It might play okay. Great for beginners, perfect. If you're a beginner, you have a $100 guitar, I think that's wonderful. But, most people, if you listen to recordings, as I think most of us do, most of the professionals are using expensive equipment. And there's a reason. One of the main reasons is because the more expensive equipment gets better tone. The quality of just the one note that person plays on their guitar or on their saxophone or whatever instrument that they play, the quality of that one note is just so rich. It may have warmth to it. It has a it has actually, technically, it has more overtones. You may not understand what that means, but that's a more technical description. The overtone series of an instrument that generally is more expensive, that's crafted better, like a Stradivarius is a good example if you know what that is. The overtone series is going to be really, really rich. It's going to be really full. Whereas with a cheaper instrument, generally speaking, almost always, you're going to get much less tone. The quality is going of that note, although the pitch is right, is not going to be as good. Now that we understand the difference between tone, and we've talked about tone and we've talked about pitch, okay? Now I want to say to you that I hope that you stay tuned to my lessons, because I'm going to show you how, and I've helped many people do this. I'm going to show you how not only to stay in pitch, which, you know, if you can't stay in pitch, you're really not going to, you're not a singer, actually. Let's face it. You've got to be in pitch to really be a singer. You have to be in pitch. Some people go out of pitch every once in a while, and that's okay. We're human beings. That's understood. But the difference between the really great singers and the just, you know, anyone else is the quality of sound, the quality of their notes. So my question to you is, do you want to sing like a $100 guitar, or do you want to sing like a $55,000 guitar? I want to sing like a $100,000 guitar myself, okay? I would like to have, I'd like to sing like a Stradivarius, okay? I'd like to have the highest quality I possibly can. And there are a multitude of ways to increase your tone, and I can teach you how to do that, and that's my intent. So if you stay tuned, I'm going to show you how to do this. Please watch more of my videos and get in touch. You can email us with any questions. You can check out our website. We're here for you. And so that's it on pitch and tone, and I'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.